On today's WrestleTalk news, there's more drama from the Sammy and Tay Conti saga, WWE tryout Ring of Honor free agent, WWE vs AEW Tribalism, and more. Give yourself the best Christmas gift possible by clicking the subscribe button and get on my nice list by tapping that bell to make sure notifications are always on for daily wrestling news. Because if you don't, we all know what happens to naughty children. It's one of my favorite Christmas films.
Support WrestleTalk!
On the 18th of August 2021 edition of AEW Dynamite, current TNT champion Sammy Guevara proposed to his girlfriend Pam Nizio, but it was announced over the weekend that the couple have now sadly broken up. With Sammy posting to Twitter, "I know a lot of you have supported us for a long time and we appreciated it so much over the past several years. Since you've all given us so much love and support, we figured we owed it to y'all to let you know that we are no longer in a relationship. We still love each other and wish nothing but the best for one another. We would appreciate your kindness and respect to our privacy during this time. Sam and Pam." Now, in a regular world where people are normal and don't act like idiots, that would be the end of this story. After all, he asked politely for kindness and respect to their privacy. But this is the internet and, well, these are wrestling fans. Over the past couple of months, there's been growing speculation, and that's all this is, by the way. It's internet sleuths thinking they've worked something out by putting clues together that don't actually mean anything. That Sammy Guevara and fellow AEW star Tay Conti were actually dating behind Pam's back, as Conti was featured more and more in Sammy's vlogs while Pam wasn't, and because Conti revealed on Instagram that she had been split from her husband for a long time. This was even addressed in one of Sammy's recent vlogs.
Did you read all the comments?
About?
Apparently you and I are screwing.
I want to finish it.
Yeah. Look, I'm looking.
Who said really?
In the wake of the announcement that Sammy and Pam had broken up, a bunch of people took to Twitter to send Tay Conti abusive, hateful, and harassing messages about these unfounded rumors, blaming her for the breakup of the relationship between Sammy and Pam. The abuse got so bad that Conti has now deactivated her Twitter account. Her management team have since released a statement on the matter, posting to Instagram, "This is Tay's management team writing to let you know Tay is doing good, but will be stepping away from social media for a couple of days. In the meantime, we will be posting on Tay's behalf throughout the week. This includes normal posts as well as some sponsored posts that we've already recorded earlier in the month that must be posted this week. Thank you for reading. Happy holidays from Tay and her management team." Responding to the abuse himself, Sammy posted to Twitter, "This shouldn't have to be said, but my relationship with Pam ending had nothing to do with anyone else. Pam and I broke up back in October and just now felt it was time to make it publicly known. So please stop pointing fingers and looking for someone to blame." Whatever the story is, whatever the truth of the matter is, don't send abusive messages to people online. Look, I know I'm preaching to the choir here because if you're watching this video, then you're one of the good ones and you're not like any of these goobers. But it must be stressed that these are real people with real lives. Just because you've seen them on TV doesn't mean they're fictional characters. Just because they post about their personal lives online doesn't mean you know them personally. They have real feelings and don't need to take abuse from strangers on the internet based on conjecture and rumors. Don't do this. Don't be those people. Wrestling fans get a bad rap as it is, so let's just try and be better people in 2022. Don't send abusive messages to wrestlers online, just stop it. Thank you for your support on Patreon, Gavin Cash Money Kashiwabara. You can get your own Patreon shoutout on the WrestleTalk news by going to patreon.com/WrestleTalk. Last month, it was announced that Ring of Honor would be going on hiatus for the time being before coming back in April next year with a new business model. As part of this, ROH released all of its talent from their contracts, making every single one of them a free agent. This has already led to Jay Lethal signing with All Elite Wrestling, and there are reports that Brody King was signed almost immediately after the news, and a new claim from Bleacher Report is that it's expected for Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions the Briscoes to also sign with the promotion. The Briscoes defeated OGK for the titles at Final Battle last week, and on that same show, Roxy retained the Ring of Honor Women's Championship over Willow Nightingale. Afterwards, was confronted by Impact Wrestling's Deonna Purrazzo, who said that she wanted her title, challenging Roxy to a winner-takes-all match for the Ring of Honor title and Purrazzo's AAA Reina de Reinas championship at a future Impact Wrestling show. And that could also include the Impact Knockouts championship, as Purrazzo challenges Mickie James for that title at Hard to Kill next month. Roxy accepted the challenge, and it was figured that she was set to sign with the company. That was until this past weekend. WWE held tryouts at their Performance Center last week, and a WWE.com gallery of images from that event shows that Roxy was part of the tryout class. Several indie wrestlers who have appeared for All Elite Wrestling were also at the tryouts, including Cole Carter and the Renegade Twins, who were also the Mission Pro Tag Champs. But I know what you're saying or thinking. Wasn't the whole point of NXT 2.0 to move away from signing indie names and instead focus on other athletes that they can train from the ground up? And that's why NXT released multiple big names from their roster this year, because they came from an indie background? Well, according to Big Daddy Dave Meltzer, it's a case of different standards. Male wrestlers who come from an indie background might have a chance in WWE so long as they're bigger. He explains if someone is really super on the indies, it's not like WWE won't hire them, but they're not looking at the 5'9" guys or the 5'7" guys anymore. That's the difference. If you come from the indies and you're 6'3", they'll look at you. As for women, it's not about your size or your indie experience, it's about your age and how you look. Taya Valkyrie revealed after she was released that one of the reasons she was let go is because she was 38. And Lady Frost told Sean Rossap on Fightful that she was turned down from a WWE tryout this year because she was in her early 30s and was told she was too old. In the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Meltzer revealed that Cora Jade, despite being nowhere near ready for TV, his words not mine, is being pushed because the idea is she will appeal to younger guys because she looks like a cool teenager. Which is frankly a weird sentence to say out loud. Roxy might stand a chance to sign with WWE then, as she's only 20 years old. Where would you like to see Roxy go? Let me know in the comments down below. But if she does sign with WWE, it looks like she'll have to pick that side. When All Elite Wrestling launched in 2019, one of the things that took me by surprise the most was the instant tribalism that came from fans. I suppose it shouldn't have really. I saw it with WWF vs WCW and WWE vs TNA, not to mention the decades-long Marvel vs DC forum wars I was a part of. But this felt like another level. Fans had picked their side. You were either Team WWE and hated everything that AEW did or its fans, or you were Team AEW and hated everything WWE did and its fans. We here at WrestleTalk often get accused of AEW bias because we like Dynamite, despite regularly criticizing it. Hilariously, AEW fans also accuse us of WWE bias when we criticize Dynamite and praise WWE shows. It's almost as if you can find good and bad in both. But according to Andrew Zarian, this now doesn't just extend to wrestling fans. He posted on Twitter there seems to be a divide happening between talent in both companies. Spoke to multiple sources yesterday, and they feel like many would not go to the other side if there was an opportunity. Either you're Team WWE or Team AEW for many. Apparently this all spun off from the news that the Jacksonville Jaguars, owned by Tony Khan's father Saheed Khan, fired head coach Urban Meyer and weren't going to pay him for the years left on his contract. Back in November, when WWE released a bunch of their talent, Tony Khan criticized the company on Busted Open Radio, saying anyone who signs with WWE these days is not signing a real contract, it's a temporary agreement. This reportedly is now seen as hypocrisy by some in WWE. Zarian said the decision to not pay Urban Meyer with years left on his deal is a heavy discussion topic among WWE talent in Illinois today. I'm told lots of confusion and discussion around the definition of real contracts in AEW. Zarian deleted that tweet and explained on Wrestling Observer Live that it was something he'd heard and was told, but he didn't provide the necessary links to back up the points he was making. I put out a tweet trying to break down something I heard over the weekend within WWE. Those two articles that came out, and I should have referenced them, there was the Fox News article that came out that Tony Khan really responded aggressively towards, rightfully so, and there was another one from Sportico that essentially blamed AEW for the bad NHL ratings on TNT. That was a big topic of discussion on Friday and Saturday within WWE talent. He added that tribalism has always been there in the loud minority of fans, but talent is now becoming that kind of way too. This is my last WrestleTalk news video for 2021, as I'll be off from this Thursday. I will be on the Raw review over on the WrestleTalk podcast channel though, so please do go and subscribe to that. That would be an excellent Christmas gift to me. I hope you all have a great holiday season, and I'll see you next year. Jam that jam.
It's nearly Christmas. The goose is getting fat, and so am I. And I'm getting old too. Isn't life a bowl of cherries? Anyway, genuinely, I hope you and yours have a lovely few weeks regardless of what you believe. And before I head off to do a much less active Christmas than I'd like because of the stupid disease, here's 10 wrestling news stories from the week you might have missed.